Imagine for a second that your cat could send you text messages. You pick up your phone, still rubbing sleep out of your eyes, and you see a message that says, "We need to talk." Suddenly, your heart rate spikes. Nothing good has ever followed those 4 words. Your brain tries to remember if you fed them last night, or maybe forgot to scoop the litter box, and you realize your cat has been silently judging you. But here's the catch. Cats don't do drama for fun. They do drama because it's the only way they know how to tell you something is wrong. If you love cats and want to understand them better, especially when they're upset, you're in the right place. I'll share tips you can start using today to make your cat's life happier, healthier, and much less dramatic. But before we dive deeper into the story, make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss out on more pet insight and behavior breakdowns. We begin with a scene that is equal parts shocking and relatable, finding a wet spot where there shouldn't be one. One of the clearest and most shocking signs your cat is not thriving emotionally is peeing or spraying outside the litter box. There is no form of communication more direct than your cat deciding the litter box is no longer acceptable and moving their bathroom activities to your carpet, your couch, or the freshly folded laundry pile you spent 20 minutes organizing. It feels personal, like a targeted attack. Cats are creatures of routine and predictability. In the wild, their survival depends on being in control of their environment. They need to know where their safe spots are, where to hide, where to hunt, and where to mark territory. Your house is their territory, and the litter box is their safe bathroom. If something in that environment changes, the brand of litter, the location of the box, the smell of the surrounding area, it's like a giant exclamation mark in a cat's mind that says, "Danger, danger." When a cat starts peeing on your belongings, they're not trying to ruin your life. They're trying to communicate. Maybe you switch to a scented litter, and the artificial fragrance feels like a chemical spill to their sensitive nose. Maybe you move the litter box to a busier hallway. Maybe a new pet, a new sofa, or even a new candle has changed the scent landscape of their territory. The solution is to restore predictability. Clean the box thoroughly and keep it in a quiet, private area. Stick to one litter type for a while. Maintain a routine. Cats thrive on routine the way toddlers thrive on nap schedules. Also remember the basics of litter box management. Scoop regularly, ensure the box is large enough for your cat to move comfortably, and if you have multiple cats, provide at least one box per cat plus an extra. Unscented litter is usually best, and privacy matters more than you think. To understand this behavior further, remember that a cat's sense of smell is far stronger than ours. They perceive subtle changes we can't detect. Even the cleaning products used in and around the box can leave a residue that smells offensive to them. Choose enzyme-based cleaners that remove odors rather than masking them. Provide multiple litter boxes and space them out in different rooms so your cats have options. Most cats prefer large, uncovered boxes with low sides that make it easy to get in and out, especially for kittens or seniors. Position them away from noisy appliances like washing machines or clunky refrigerators. Sudden clunks and hums can scare a cat mid-pee and make them avoid that location. Emotionally, litter box problems often reflect bigger stresses. Cats may spray to mark territory when they feel threatened by outdoor cats seen through a window or by the scent of a new animal on your clothing. Using curtains to block the view or washing your hands and changing clothes after visiting other animals can help. Providing plenty of vertical territory like cat trees reduces competition for space in multi-cat homes. And remember, not all spraying is due to stress. Urinary tract infections, bladder stones, or kidney disease can cause pain, making your cat avoid the box. If you've ruled out environmental issues and the problem persists, schedule a vet visit to rule out medical causes. Next, we turn to your cat's voice. Cats don't meow for other cats. They meow for you. We are their primary audience. When your cat's vocal pattern changes, it means something. Maybe your normally quiet cat starts pacing around and shouting as if they're narrating a soap opera. Maybe your chatty feline suddenly goes silent. Both extremes are meaningful. Think of the different sounds they make. A gentle meow with a rising tone sounds like a question. Are you here? Do you see me? Chirps and trills, often emitted when cats see birds through the window, signal excitement or frustration at being separated from potential prey. A long, drawn-out yowl can indicate distress, territorial anxiety, or, if your cat is unspayed or unneutered, a mating call. Perhaps you changed your work schedule and they're feeling neglected. Perhaps they're bored or overstimulated. Older cats may meow loudly at night because they feel disoriented as their senses decline. Conversely, a normally chatty cat going completely quiet is an even bigger red flag. Silence from a vocal cat signals emotional shutdown or hidden pain. To help a meowy cat, review the changes in your routine. Provide mental stimulation through toys, window perches, interactive play, and puzzle feeders that make them work for their food. Speak to them, reassure them, and if vocal changes persist or are accompanied by other symptoms, schedule a vet visit. Cats are actually masters of nuance in their vocalizations. Beyond the basic meow, they have chirps, trills, purrs, growls, chatters, and even little mumbles. A trill or chirrup is often a greeting or an invitation to follow them. Think of it as the feline equivalent of calling your name from another room. Chatters, the rapid clicking sound cats make when watching birds, show excitement tinged with frustration at not being able to reach prey. A sudden low growl can indicate fear or territorial aggression. By paying attention to context and body language, tails that twitch, ears that flatten, pupils that dilate, you can build a dictionary of your cat's vocal cues and know when they're asking for food versus when they're warning you to back off. Responding appropriately to these sounds strengthens your bond. When your cat issues a questioning meow, answer back with a gentle voice or by stroking their head. If they yowl at the door in the evening, it may be because you're home later than usual and they're seeking reassurance. For senior cats who meow at night, adding nightlights and maintaining a predictable nighttime routine can reduce anxiety. And remember, some breeds are naturally more talkative. Siamese, Oriental Shorthairs, and Bengals have loud, expressive voices. Being patient with their chatter and providing outlets for their energy is part of loving them. Cats may act independent, aloof, or sarcastic, but one thing they are is consistent. They are creatures of habit. Your laid-back cat doesn't wake up one day and decide to become an extrovert because they listen to a motivational podcast. When your cuddly cat suddenly avoids affection, hides in unexpected places, or acts afraid of things they were previously fine with, consider it an emotional alarm bell. On the flip side, if your calm, gentle cat suddenly becomes aggressive, swatting, hissing, biting, or acting irritated, this isn't them being mean. It's a defense mechanism triggered by emotional stress, fear, or confusion. Behavioral shifts can manifest in many ways. A cat that hides more than usual is seeking safety because they feel vulnerable, perhaps due to new noises, new pets, or a busy house. Aggression often stems from fear. Lashing out creates distance from a perceived threat. Restlessness or hyperactivity, like random zoomies at 2 a.m., can indicate pent-up anxiety or energy. And while cats do sleep a lot, between 12 and 16 hours a day, a sudden increase in sleep coupled with disinterest in play may signal depression, while a dramatic decrease may point to stress or medical issues. The way to support a cat through these changes is to create safe spaces and predictable routines. Offer cozy hiding spots, such as covered beds or boxes with blankets, and allow them to retreat when they need to. When introducing new pets, new furniture, or new people, do so slowly. Swap scents before face-to-face meetings and monitor their comfort. Provide enrichment through puzzle feeders, interactive toys, tunnels, and climbing structures so they can burn off stress. And never hesitate to consult a vet. Cats hide physical pain instinctively, so behavioral changes are often the first clues. A vet can rule out underlying illnesses that may cause aggression or withdrawal. When cats start hiding, think about what might have changed in their environment. Even small things like rearranging furniture, painting a room, or having guests over can unsettle them. Offer alternative safe zones, cardboard boxes lined with soft blankets, cat tunnels, or covered beds placed at different heights. High perches allow them to observe without engaging, giving them a sense of security. Avoid reaching into their hiding spot. Instead, sit nearby and speak softly until they feel safe enough to emerge. If your cat shows aggression, never punish them. Punishment increases fear. Redirect their energy with play, or simply give them space until they calm down. Restlessness can also be a sign of an understimulated cat. Indoor cats need regular play to mimic the stalking and pouncing they would naturally do outside. Short, frequent play sessions throughout the day are more effective than one long session. Rotate toys so they don't become bored. Use a feather wand today and a crinkly ball tomorrow. Puzzle feeders that dispense treats when manipulated engage their brains and bodies. And don't underestimate the calming power of scent. Synthetic feline pheromone diffusers can help reduce tension in multi-cat households or during stressful events like moving or renovating. Grooming is a cat's pride and joy. They treat their fur like it's a full-time job, spending between 30% and 50% of their waking hours licking and cleaning. It's how they regulate their temperature, bond with other cats, and maintain their signature glossy look. So when grooming habits change dramatically, it's one of the clearest signs of emotional and physical well-being. There are two extremes to watch for: under-grooming and over-grooming. If your normally immaculate cat suddenly stops grooming, leaving their fur greasy, matted, or unkempt, this is a red flag. Cats only stop grooming when they feel emotionally drained, physically unwell, or overwhelmed. It's like a person who stops showering when life becomes too heavy. Not laziness, but exhaustion. On the other end, a cat that licks the same area repeatedly, sometimes until bald spots appear, is coping with anxiety or boredom. Over-grooming becomes a self-soothing ritual. The repetitive motion calms them, but takes a toll on their coat. Environmental factors play a big role. Loud noises, sudden changes, and lack of stimulation can stress cats into over or under grooming. Medical issues also cause grooming changes. Allergies, skin infections, parasites, arthritis, or bladder discomfort might make them lick excessively or avoid certain areas. The best response is a combination of enrichment and veterinary care. Provide mental challenges like puzzle feeders, add climbing shelves, and schedule daily play sessions to burn off nervous energy. Create calm zones in your home with cozy beds and pheromone diffusers that mimic natural calming scents. Brush your cat regularly to remove loose fur and strengthen your bond. Ensure their diet includes healthy fats for a shiny coat. And if grooming changes persist, see a vet to rule out pain or illness. Grooming also plays a role in how cats perceive touch. Their tongues are covered in tiny barbs called papillae, which function like a built-in comb. This texture pulls out loose fur and distributes oils across their coat to keep it waterproof and shiny. Hairballs are a byproduct of this meticulous self-care. Most cats pass them naturally, but frequent hairballs could indicate excessive grooming or digestive issues. Regular brushing not only reduces shedding and hairballs, but also gives you an opportunity to check for parasites like fleas and ticks, mats that need to be trimmed, or skin lesions. Making grooming a positive experience with treats and calm praise can deepen trust between you and your feline friend. Diet affects coat quality too. Essential fatty acids like omega-3 and omega-6 support healthy skin and fur. Some cats with food allergies may overgroom due to itchiness. Switching to a novel protein or hypoallergenic diet under veterinary guidance can relieve symptoms. Environmental factors matter as well. Dry air from heating systems can make skin flaky, which may increase licking. A humidifier can alleviate this. Monitoring grooming patterns teaches you a lot about your cat's mental state. A well-groomed, shiny coat usually signals a content and healthy cat, while sudden changes point to deeper issues. We now reach the most serious sign of all, changes in appetite. When a cat stops eating, this is never minor. It's the feline equivalent of an emergency siren. Cats adore food. They will yell at you for dinner even if their bowl is still half full. So when a cat loses interest in eating, something is deeply wrong. A reduced appetite can signal stress, fear, grief, depression, or illness. Cats often stop eating during major life changes like moving, losing a family member, or adjusting to a new routine. They might stand near the bowl, sniff the food, and walk away. They might hide instead of coming when called for meals. Their appetite becomes a reflection of their emotional world. The stakes are high because cats cannot safely fast. A cat who stops eating risks serious health problems such as hepatic lipidosis, fatty liver disease, in a short time. If you notice appetite loss, first look for stressors in their environment. A quiet feeding area, free from noisy appliances or heavy foot traffic, can make mealtime feel safe again. Offering a variety of textures and flavors or warming the food slightly can entice a hesitant cat to eat. Encourage hydration by providing fresh water in multiple locations, investing in a fountain, or feeding wet food for extra moisture. But if your cat refuses food for more than 24 hours, contact your vet immediately. Appetite loss can also indicate medical problems such as dental pain, kidney disease, or gastrointestinal issues. Addressing these quickly can save their life. Loss of appetite is sometimes the first sign of dental disease. Cats are prone to tooth resorption, gingivitis, and periodontal disease, which can make chewing painful. You might notice drooling, pawing at the mouth, or a preference for soft foods. Regular dental checkups and home care like toothbrushing and dental treats help prevent these issues. Other underlying problems include kidney disease, hyperthyroidism, pancreatitis, and gastrointestinal disorders. Each requires veterinary diagnosis and treatment, but you'll know something is wrong because your cat's eating habits change. Encouraging a reluctant eater sometimes requires creative thinking. Hand-feeding small pieces of roast chicken or tuna can jumpstart their appetite. Warming food enhances aroma. Sprinkling a little cat-safe broth or crushed kibble on top can entice them. Feeding smaller meals more frequently may be easier on sensitive stomachs. Keep stress low at mealtimes by avoiding loud noises and giving each cat their own feeding area. Understanding these signs is only the first step. The next part is prevention, creating a life that supports your cat's emotional well-being. Cats need specific things to feel secure, happy, and loved. In the wild, cats spend their days hunting, exploring, climbing, scratching, and napping. Indoor cats need outlets for those behaviors, or they can become bored, anxious, and depressed. One of the most important things you can do is enrich their environment. Provide vertical spaces like cat trees, shelves, and window perches so your cat can survey their territory from above. High spots make them feel in control. Make sure they have sturdy scratching surfaces to mark territory and stretch their muscles. Turn mealtime into a game by using puzzle feeders and slow feeders. Working for food taps into their hunting instincts and keeps their brain engaged. If you have outdoor space, consider building a secure catio or training your cat to walk on a harness. The sights, sounds, and smells of the outdoors provide endless enrichment while keeping them safe. Feeding your cat at random times or playing only when you remember can create anxiety. Use consistent feeding times. Predictability makes them feel secure. Training isn't just for dogs. cats can learn tricks, commands, and routines that engage their minds. Cats can learn to sit, come when called, give a high five, or even jump through hoops. Training sessions should be short, positive, and fun. Teaching your cat to walk on a harness expands their world safely. Start by letting them wear the harness indoors, gradually adding short walks in a quiet yard or along a balcony. Building a catio, an enclosed patio or balcony space, is another way to enrich your cat's life. Even small apartments can accommodate a window box that lets cats feel the breeze and watch the world. While cats are more independent than dogs, they still need company. A cat left alone for 12 hours a day with no stimulation can develop anxiety. If you work long hours, consider adopting a second cat as a companion, after a careful introduction to ensure their personalities mesh. When you're home, spend quality time with your cat. Talk to them. Brush them. Let them sit near you while you work or watch TV. Cats bond through proximity and gentle interaction. Your cat's body language is a constant stream of information. Learn to read their tail, ears, and whiskers. A flicking tail tip can mean irritation. Ears flat against the head can signal fear or aggression. Whiskers pushed forward show interest. Whiskers pulled back show unease. Slow blinking at you is a sign of trust and affection. You can even slow blink back to say, "I love you" in cat language. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, you need professional help. If your cat shows persistent signs of unhappiness, changes in appetite, grooming, behavior, or voice, and you've addressed environmental factors, consult a veterinarian to rule out underlying illnesses. A certified cat behaviorist can provide personalized strategies to ease anxiety, reduce aggression, or improve litter box habits. Seeking help isn't a failure. Cats are complex, and experts can be invaluable. These signs become much clearer when you hear real stories. Mia adopted a sweet tabby named Olive. For months, Olive used her litter box without fail. One day, Mia bought a new brand of laundry detergent with a strong floral scent. Within a week, Olive peed on the freshly folded clothes. Horrified, Mia thought Olive was acting out. She cleaned the laundry, scolded Olive, and deep cleaned the litter box, but the accidents continued. After watching a video like this, Mia realized the laundry basket sat right next to the washer where the floral detergent scent was overwhelming. Olive associated the smell with the box and avoided the area. Mia switched back to unscented detergent and moved the basket. Within days, Olive returned to the litter box, and the laundry remained safe. Viewers often ask why cats meow loudly at night, whether sudden aversion to touch is normal, and if cats can get depressed. Nighttime meowing can result from excess energy in young cats or cognitive decline in older cats. An extra play session before bed can help. A sudden aversion to touch may reflect stressors in the home, such as new pets or changes in routine, but it can also signal pain from arthritis or dental issues, so a vet visit is wise. And yes, cats can experience depression, especially after losing a companion or facing a major change. Signs include withdrawal, increased sleep, and reduced appetite. Supporting them with routine, gentle affection, and enrichment can help. And in severe cases, your vet may recommend medication or therapy. People also wonder whether it's better to have 2 cats instead of 1. The answer depends on the cat's personality. Some thrive with a feline friend and enjoy having a playmate. Others prefer being solo. Introducing a second cat should be done slowly, and only if your current cat enjoys social interaction. A companion can reduce loneliness, but can also increase stress if personalities clash. Another common question is why cats knead on blankets or your lap with their paws. This behavior originates from kittenhood, when kneading stimulates milk flow, and as adults, they do it when they feel safe and content. If your cat needs you, take it as a compliment. They're marking you with scent glands in their paws and showing trust. People also ask why cats sometimes drink from faucets rather than water bowls. Many cats prefer running water because it tastes fresher and appeals to their hunting instincts. Providing a fountain encourages proper hydration. And if you've ever wondered why your cat turns their back to you and slowly blinks, this is the feline equivalent of a hug. Returning the slow blink tells them you trust them too. As you work to create a happy home for your cat, remember a few key principles. Respect their consent. Cats like to be in control of when and where they are touched. Let them initiate contact and watch for signs they want to stop, such as a flicking tail, flattened ears, or a head turned away. Handle them mindfully. Approach from the side rather than above. Use slow movements and avoid sudden grabs. Rotate toys to prevent boredom. Hide some and bring them back later so they feel fresh. Provide windows with a view. Cats love watching birds, cars, and people, and a perch by a window can entertain them for hours. And keep their world predictable. Even simple things like filling water bowls at the same time each day or saying the same goodnight phrase can provide comfort. Before we wrap up completely, let's debunk a few myths that often lead to misunderstanding. Many people believe cats are solitary and don't need attention. While cats are more independent than dogs, they are still social animals. They form bonds with their humans and fellow pets, and lack of interaction can lead to loneliness and anxiety. Another myth is that cats misbehave to be spiteful. In reality, cats don't understand spite. Behaviors like knocking things off tables or scratching furniture aren't personal attacks. They're expressions of curiosity, boredom, or natural instincts. Believing that cats don't need attention can lead to neglectful care. While they might not demand constant interaction the way some dogs do, they crave companionship. Cats left alone for extended periods may develop separation anxiety or depression. Spending time each day engaging with them, whether through play, grooming, or simply sitting nearby, is crucial. The idea that cats are spiteful is also damaging. Punishing a cat for misbehavior like scratching furniture or knocking objects over misses the point. They scratch to keep their claws healthy and to mark territory. Provide appropriate outlets like scratching posts and redirect rather than reprimand. Misinterpreting purring can lead to overlooking pain. A cat that purrs while hunched in a corner might be sick or injured. Always consider body language and context. Likewise, assuming a sleeping cat is happy can make you miss red flags. Cats sleep more when bored, depressed, or ill. They may nap to escape stress. Observing whether your cat is playful and engaged when awake is just as important as noting their nap patterns. Finally, leaving cats alone for days is unsafe. Automated feeders and water dispensers can fail. A trusted friend or professional pet sitter should check on them daily, refreshing water, cleaning litter boxes, and providing human contact. You might have heard that purring always means happiness. Cats do purr when they are content, but they also purr to self-soothe when they're sick, stressed, or in pain. Context matters. There's also the idea that a cat who sleeps all day is always fine. Cats sleep a lot, but excessive sleep coupled with a lack of interest in play or food can signal depression or illness. Pay attention to patterns. Finally, some think cats can be left alone for days with just food and water. Leaving a cat alone for extended periods is risky. They might run out of water, eat all the food at once, or suffer a medical emergency with no one to help. If you're away, arrange for someone to check in. So pay attention to the signs, support your cat through their stress, and create a world where they feel secure and loved. They may not speak your language, but they're talking to you all the time, through behavior, through expression, and through the tiny choices they make each day. If this breakdown helped you decode your cat's emotional secrets, hit like, smash subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what is the strangest thing your cat has ever done to express how they feel? I can't wait to read your stories, and I guarantee your cat has a few more secrets left to reveal.